saying, can he come out to play? Hey, should have saw it coming, should have caught the warning. But
Hey, it is me, Wanda, be on IntellectualRadio.com. We're an iHeart radio station. And you are listening to the He Said, She Said show with me, Wanda B. You know what? I am excited. I've had a busy week. I mean, a lot of things going on. You were just listening to the sounds of Bab Savage. Bab Savage is going to have a Soul Smash Chicago coming up August 19th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center. Can't wait. We're going to have the Delphonics, the Independent, Slick, Chick Rogers. It's going to be a night you can't remember, really fun, and Babs will be here from London, so would love to have you come out August 19th. You'll be able to get tickets on Eventbrite. Also, I'll be giving some away here at IntellectualRadio.com, so get your tickets to hear the sounds of Hot Apple Pie, and she'll be releasing some of her new songs from her album that's coming out. So I'm happy to have some new people on the panel. Yay!
Woohoo! Newbies.
That would be me.
Some newbies to talk about love triangles.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I always have to my left, my right hand man, and y'all too.
We in the building.
And to welcome Nikki.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Nikki's here to talk about love triangles. And KP. My room 183. We were just there last Wednesday. We'll be there again in July 19th, I believe is the date. We'll be there starting at 9 p.m. discussing some hot topic that we're going to come up with soon. But we want you to come out. That's going to be at room 183 at 4167 183rd Street in Country Club Hills. So come out July 19th. Save the date. Write it down right now. I don't know what you do on Wednesday, but you're going to come over there and talk with us. We have a good time, fun games, and everything else.
Giant Uno.
And giant.
You can't go wrong with Uno.
Big old gigantic Uno. I'm talking about.
Giant.
2 hands.
They got real.
Draw 4.
Got the shuffle with 2 hands.
Skip. Reverse. Uno.
Jenga. Do you know how vicious people get with Jenga?
Jenga is for real. What are you talking about?
Jenga is like, they get crazy over Jenga. Yeah. So we play all of those, and then we have a hot discussion, which it really got hot this weekend. This Wednesday.
You got to do it with Twister next time.
Wow.
Twister and oil.
Oh, she said in oil. Oh, Lord. Now we know.
What's that kind of party, Nick?
We're not licensed for that.
We're not licensed for that.
We're not licensed for that.
Oil.
That's for the next time.
Get a citation.
Oil on the
Jello, yes.
It's
Oil.
olive oil. Make it
Jello,
healthy.
yes.
Yes, yeah, but not oil.
It's cooking oil. Cooking oil. You got a kitchen in there.
If you want to join the topic on Facebook, please do that. What we're going to be talking about is love triangles. So if you have a love triangle or something you want to bring up, feel free to chime in on Facebook, or you can also give us a call at 708-223-8953. And here at IntellectualRadio.com, join in the discussion that way. So either way you like to do it, we want to hear from you on the topics we're going to discuss today, love triangles. So this came up because of one of our listeners here, Nikki, who said, why don't you all discuss love triangles? And I was like, why don't you come in and let's discuss love triangles?
And boom!
And
Here I am.
So why don't you kick us off, Nikki, with love triangles?
Okay. I think like it's a topic that people are afraid to talk about, really, because they don't want to put themselves out there, put themselves on Front Street. But if you really think about it, kind of like we were talking earlier, like everyone's been involved in one. They may not realize it, but you have, unless you're married and you're in a monogamous relationship. So the concept behind love triangles really is just to recognize, like, you're in this space, and then to heal from that space, because it's really, it's not a healthy space to be in. But I think like the acceptance piece of it, and then like looking at yourself saying like, wait a minute, how did I get here? And like, what is the idea of getting out? And like, what do I learn from the experience? And I think too, the other thing that people think about, like you have to consider in love triangles, the thing that keeps people in them, to be honest with you, is pride and competition. Like it becomes less about the person that you're in love with and more about you and you winning what you thought you had to begin with. So that's kind of like what my thoughts, my 2 cents are about that right now.
So we like here to look up the definitions of these things to kind of start
get on the same page.
And get on the same page. So love triangles, they said, are romantic relationships involving 3 people. So triangle, so that makes sense.
Yes.
And then arrangement unsuitable to one or more people involved. One person may feel betrayed in this love triangle, or it could be an agreed upon triangle. So there could be the polyamory type relationship that we all agree that this is going to be all of us together. So that happens. So there's all different love triangles. They said love triangles are inherently unstable. And I thought, is that true that our love triangles unstable?
They absolutely are, and very dangerous. Because
you know, so?
I know so. Why? I mean, you get to a point where you know, because you're so emotionally invested in the situation with the person that you're with, and then for someone to come into that scenario, even though it's the person that you're with, it's their fault because they welcome them in. You still look at that other person as an outsider. So you have loyalty to the person that you're with, but you don't have any loyalty to this person that, you know, has hop, skipped, and jumped into your situation. And so when that happens, your anger that you actually should have at the person that you're with, your anger and your disgust and your rage actually gets put on that person who's come into the situation. And you really don't process that it's really the other person you need to deal with, that you're just dealing with this person that's come into the situation. And they become, you know, they get the brunt of your issues. They get the brunt of your anger. They get the brunt of you wanting to lash out. And as a female, for example, you know, you're not going to fight a man, but you know, if you want to be, you know, serious about it for real and be transparent, you know, you gonna want to, you know, mollywop somebody, a female down the street. You can't do it to your dude.
She said mollywop.
But you can mollywop a female down the street. So
it's easier to fight the other female than it is to fight the guy who actually got into a commitment with you and actually promised to do something with you. So I would love to hear from you guys. Alan Campbell, who is here on Facebook, he has a show here at IntellectualRadio.com, Chronicles of Ron, Mondays at 9 p.m. Thank you for listening, Alan. Let us know what you think on this topic. Devon, Popeye Betts, hello. Let us know what you think on the topic if you have something to say. Valencia, I know she has something to say. She's a co-host here that's on our show. She said on IntellectualRadio.com. So let us know what you think on the topic. So these triangles where someone has invited someone into a relationship, is it an invitation?
I need an example of a love triangle. You don't have to use no names, but man. Okay.
No name.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was wondering what was going on. A man A, woman B. Show me how the triangle.
So how it works? I'm sure there's scenarios.
Scenarios.
I'll give a scenario. So you're with someone, and you know you're with them significantly. But you know there's maybe like
a man
go together.
A man, y'all two go together.
We go together. Right?
Okay, boom.
But you know we have a little bit of a discord and disconnect, and you know we're having some issues, right? But then this other female who, you know, KP knows,
Wanda B.
You know, has always been scoping him in the side anyway. And
Wanda
so she recognizes that there's some, you know, tension, you know, between the two of us. Okay. So she hop, skips, jumps in the middle. And she's like, oh, you know, how's things with, you know, Nicole? Is everything okay? You know, do you need to talk about it? So that's how that jumps off, basically. And, you know, he's feeling slighted by me because I've done something that's janky and he's upset about it. So, you know, he falls for, you know, Eve, the devil, and, you know, he falls for it. And then thus, you know, we have this situation.
And then how do y'all find out about each other?
Well, because I'm Inspector Gadget, I'm gonna look on social media. I'm gonna look at your Instagram page, your Facebook page. I'm gonna go through his phone because I know his password. You know, it is what it is.
Wanda, like
once you find out,
Wanda, like one too many pictures.
You in Wanda's inbox, or how does it work?
That's what usually happens.
Or like I'm around and she's called him on the phone. I'm like,
who is that?
Oh, she don't call. You know, he's in the shower or whatever. I'm gonna pick up the phone. Hello, can I help you?
So how do people feel when the woman, the third person, the Wanda's in this situation, know all about you and don't care? Like, I know you exist, but hey, me and KP, we just doing this. So what? They feel like that's on you if you have issues with it, because KP is the one is okay with this relationship. I mean, that nowadays there are women who don't care that he has a woman.
So I did some research because I don't know a lot about love triangles, however, but
Yeah,
So
this is a true story between KP and I.
I did some research.
Really? And you all just so happen to be here?
No, it's not. It's not. Anyway.
I don't know.
I believe that.
I don't know.
So
They
when I
do each other.
researched, it said basically it's not even just women or men who are like, oh, I'm okay with the other person. They're dependent on that part. Like, I can only be the side dude. Because once you break up with your man, you're going to ask more of me.
I saw that too. It says some people want the spouse to protect them from having full relationships.
That's what, I don't need your whole relationship.
Protection that I absolutely want someone to already have someone because that protects me from having.
I know these women who are like, you are a perpetual side chick. On purpose, though.
Yeah, because you don't want to have to give them all the extent of being in a relationship.
And that's a protecting your heart thing. For them, like, hey, I'm not going to get hurt ever because I know my place and I'm over here.
Yeah.
And, if he ever step out of line, I can always walk away because I never invested in
there's no investment.
People don't like to admit it, but everybody thinks they wouldn't be a side person until one day they wake up and they look in the mirror like, I'm the side person in this situation.
And that's the thing. Like, to me, there's like, if you have to make a determination, like you're the main person, you are not the main person. If you have to have that qualifier, there's too much going on. It's either you the only person or you a side. It's just that simple. Everybody is side.
There is no main chick.
There's no chicken and green beans and corn. You're not the chicken. You're not the main
I understand love triangles, just like everything else in the world. There are levels to it. Yeah. So there could be a love triangle where you didn't promise woman a commitment. Y'all just dating and liking each other and feeling each other and y'all doing it. And so then when woman B comes in, it's a different level because they can't say, hey, you promised me or these types of things. And so now it's like, how do I deal with this? I like this person, I like this woman, or this woman likes this man, and we didn't make a promise. How do I push this other person out of the picture? But it's not always just people in a relationship who are sneaking or cheating. And as Wanda pointed out in the definition, then there are polyamorous relationships where that's somehow agreed upon. And so I find myself enjoying dating multiple people, but I don't try to be in polyamorous relationships because I saw Big Love and I thought to myself that was just a bunch of headaches as opposed to a bunch of advantages. And so,
and that's not a love. So that's not a love triangle.
That's not a love triangle because you're not. You aren't in relationships. You use the word relationships, but you're not actually in any relationship.
Right, you're just dating
any of them.
In a love relationship. Love triangle, there has to be a relationship.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
To connect it, to be connected. You're not connected to any of those, and you haven't given anyone any commitment, so you're not breaking it. You're not in a triangle. You in some big old, I don't even know what the shape of what you in. You're in a circle.
And pentagons.
You in a big old circle with people.
I don't do triangles.
But I feel like the issue becomes you can never give two separate people the exact same thing at the same time.
Do they even need the same thing at the same time?
And I feel like that's where the problem is, because if I'm giving you this and I'm giving her this, then at some point she can be jealous of what I'm giving this like she can, even if that's not what she needs. Like, I don't like kisses at all, but I see you kissing her all the time, and now I got a problem with it.
Man, who does that? I'm not about to play that game at all. We are not about to be comparing and measuring, and you know about this, and you know I'm telling you about this.
But how do you avoid that?
But see, if you are so emotionally invested in someone, and you legitimately are in love with this person, and for whatever reason someone else becomes involved, you naturally are going to compare yourself to that person. You naturally going to say, why did he give her the opportunity to even come in? Like, what is she doing? What is she offering?
That's what people.
That's just natural.
When men cheat, women always are like, well, why would he cheat with her?
Exactly.
And that's the first. I don't know why, but but in the end, like, you're going to automatically say to yourself, like, what's the difference and why?
And am I not giving him those things? I mean, I thought I was fun. Why is she more fun?
Look, she laughing harder than me. I don't. What's happening right now? I need to know why he's laughing at her jokes harder than he laughs at my jokes. Like, and it's not even. I don't think it's even rational. I just think it's kind of like one of those.
No, you can't rationalize.
Is it instinctive to be that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's natural for you to think about that.
Figure out why a woman likes some other dude.
See, that's what
I mean,
found out about dating.
if she chose you,
can't
if she
do
chose
that.
him over you, for a split second, even if you don't want to say that you did, for a split second, you're gonna say, "What the hell? Like, what?"
I'm gonna think.
I think you have the fashion.
Wow, I was dating a loser and didn't know it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but honestly, like I think that's the best thing about dating. If you're just dating people,
dating is
you don't have to ever think about.
Right.
Because in my mind, if you like somebody better, go over there.
That's cool, right?
Have a good day. I don't need to compare myself because clearly we're not the best match.
Compatible. Mm-hmm.
Easy.
The only thing I could think of is you met him first. I never you didn't. I wasn't an option before, but I really haven't. And I'm sure I've been in that situation, but I've never thought to myself, what's going on over there? Because I guess I identify with liking variety or whatever. So I'm not going to be that person. No one person can be all things to you. And so even in friendship and even in family members, people are in different chambers and different compartments as far as what you need and what you do and what the connection is between those two people. And so to me, it seems easy how I can see easily how a love triangle could form.
I can see how, well, we can see how it can form, but then you shouldn't actually get in a commitment then. If you if you know you like variety, why promise to just be with one person then?
Absolutely.
What's different for you and why you're not in this thing is because you're not telling one person it's just you, and then over here telling her it's just you, and then they find out it's just us. Right. And then they're like, well, I don't want it to be just us. Why is she in this? Why is he in this? And then I think it's so many who aren't honest about the situation.
I mean, and that's what it is. The person who's the root of the issue is selfish. The person who's the root of the issue is the act.
Yes, and
and even though they may not want to admit it, they're the ones that's trying to get, everything that they want, their cake and eat it too. And then they have these two individuals, on the outside, like racking themselves between each other, but really the root of the issue is this person who's selfish and doesn't consider how he's hurting or how she's hurting other people in the process.
But then I think people have to take care of themselves, and if you don't want to be in the triangle, get out.
Move around.
That's all I'm saying.
Move out the triangle. I'm not going to be in it.
I agree, but let me just
okay, go ahead.
not advocate, but just to shed some light on the situation, because I mean that's an easy thing to say. If you've been with a person, for example, for 4 years, and all of a sudden someone else comes in, it's easy to say, yeah, I'm just gonna walk and step. But that just goes kind of back to the issue, like the pride thing that I talked about earlier, and this idea, like I've put in so much time and so much effort into this person, and I've given them all of me, and then for some person to come in and think that she's gonna reap the benefits of what I've put into this person. I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I'm just
Tucson, come in with the ego.
I was just about to say that. Tucson,
I gotta win,
but I'm gonna throw ego in there.
And that's why it becomes so dangerous, because the person who is really the catalyst for all this is no longer even involved anymore. You're actually in the relationship with the girl.
If you're having trouble,
me and you are in a relationship now. So now we gonna deal with each other. That's the relationship that happens. He just sitting back in the back, chilling, in a cut. But your relationship. Your relationship comes with her at that point.
So let's go to how our friend too likes to bring in that women in their ego. When it comes to you're not going to win, I'm going to, now I could walk away, but now I'm going to show you that I'm going to get him in the end. Is that you didn't mean to say you're advocating for that?
No. I was just speaking up for okay. People when they're in that situation. And I think too, the reason why it also becomes an issue with the competition thing, if the other person is in complete denial that you exist or that you existed before her, that becomes an even bigger issue.
So you mean if he's saying, when you say denial, explain that.
So let's say, for example, he's saying that he's not with this girl, but
she's just a friend,
right? But obviously there's something going on, or she wouldn't be acting like an idiot,
right? I'm not with Nikki at all,
right? Then she's like, well, he's not with you or whatever. Girl, what are you talking about? And so that's where that comes in.
That's when she whip out the kids. We got 3 kids. We've been living together.
He feeds me, he's friending me, and whatever else. So now I got to prove that to her because she's running her mouth.
I got so many people. I hope they watching this show so they can.
But I understand now what you're saying, because she's going off of what KP has told her.
Absolutely.
So KP is saying you're not relevant.
Right. And he's
so therefore, I'm going to show you you're not relevant because KP told me
last night
that you don't matter. And I'm going to show you you don't matter.
Here's a selfie of us asleep.
Yep. And it does get that super petty. Yes.
Why?
I'm glad.
I think eventually people do walk away. You do walk away because, again, like I said, it can get physically dangerous. So, you have to, when you realize you don't look good in orange, you walk away. That's at the point you walk away.
I think some people don't know that.
That's not what's up.
Figure that part out.
Don't do the orange.
I think too, it does. Do we hold accountable the person who is lying to? Why do we say she should walk away? Why does the base, the root, the top of the triangle get the pass? Sometimes that for lying to both women.
I don't know that he gets a pass, but again, because your loyalty, you haven't disconnected your loyalty to that person yet. But once you're able to disconnect from that loyalty and really recognize that he's disrespecting you and putting your health at risk if you're intimate, once you realize that, then you can walk away. But not until all of this other riffraff is kind of gone.
Is it somehow, though, sometimes okayed for men because of the thing monogamy not being natural to almost expect men to put women in that situation?
That's never acceptable.
It's kind of
expected or acceptable. Which one are you?
I don't think it should be expected nor accepted.
I think some women actually expect all men are dogs, all men cheat. So they're not too they're kind of giving you a slight pass because you're kind of doing what is expected.
Yeah, see, I don't think that.
Both. I'm going to say both.
Yeah.
Okay.
And accepted and expected by some.
No, I mean, as a woman, I don't think that all men are dogs. As a woman, I don't
think that. But can't you say there are women who do?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'm just speaking for that.
And
there are some
their
women
actions
who
do reflect that emotion.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
I can see a woman expecting a man to do what a man does.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
But I can't see a woman saying, "Hey, I'm going to accept this as something for me." Now, I can expect a woman to be emotional. If I don't accept that for me, then that's fine. I could just walk away. And I feel like the problem is, and this is always for me. The signs were there, you ignored them, and then you get 4 years in and you're like, oh wait, I've invested too much. That's where the problem comes in to me. Pay attention in the beginning.
That's what I was talking about earlier, getting into relationships, agreeing to be in a relationship instead of building one, actually, getting to know the person that you're with. And so it's one thing for a person to tell you how they are, but it's a whole nother thing for you to spend enough time with them, interacting with them, for you to bump into life situations and then be able to see.
And a month in, we're in a relationship. How?
Time reveals all. So life will throw things at the relationship, throw things at the dating that will begin to expose people.
That's the easiest
people
thing
lose
in
it
the
in
world.
traffic. People go off on waiters and waitresses. People staring at every butt that goes by or every muscular.
KP. I make
they on
the waiter
Facebook
mess up the food.
They man crush.
You do that on purpose.
Wait.
They man crush Monday, every Monday.
Wait, and y'all say that again?
That's a real thing. Third date KP. I have the waiter mess up one of their sides or something on purpose.
Just to see how she react.
Treat people they don't like.
So you give tests. Nice. That's a whole nother show. Yes. You give tests to women.
The love test. We doing that.
Hey, you don't want to wait till it's just a real situation to find out what's going on.
You want to find out. And we in the drive-thru, and you throwing food.
You throwing French fries in the
drive-thru, man. I'm like, where did this come from? You see those like that, they come out, and I just feel like people just ignore that. I'm gonna look at all these good qualities and ignore that one.
People think love is stronger than habits, and they're wrong. Habits are stronger than love. A person can love you to death, but they're gonna be who they are. So if a person is a crackhead, no matter how much they love you leave them with next to the $100. They're gonna take $100. They're gonna do what a crackhead would do,
and they're gonna come back and say, "Baby, I love you. You know I needed it for this." And if you choose to believe that,
domestic violence is the best example, because I don't feel like some guys who are abusive, they in their mind, that's what love is to them. And that's one thing I don't like about love as a concept, is everybody's love is different. So if you don't spell it out oh, you said you love me, what does that really mean? Then you might be getting hit in the face, because that's his love.
And let me just
or her love.
That's true. But let me just say this, as a domestic abuse survivor, that is not love. So any man that's putting his hands on you, any female that's putting her hands on you, that is not love. You need to get away from that, period. There's no reason, that is my PSA. If you get anything from this, if you are being abused, you find a way out and you do it immediately, because it will never end.
I learned there are different types of abuse, though. It's not always just
absolutely
physical.
Emotional and physical.
People keep kids away from people.
Absolutely.
People use their having the most money. All kinds of things.
To me, silent treatment is even abuse.
We talk about silent treatment so much.
Wait a minute now. Emotional intelligence has taught me that when I'm feeling fiery on the inside, I might want to keep my mouth shut, or I will breathe fire on you like a dragon.
I understand that though.
Set you on fire.
How come you can't say right now is not a good time for me to talk to you, because I will lose it on you, and I'm going to take a moment.
Right.
I
this
think
is
that's
what we're talking
different.
about, building relationships. When I be quiet. I mean, I will explain to you why we're not in a beef, that sometimes I need to shut it.
Well, to me, that's different.
But
that's not
the silent treatment already. Right, you put it on the table already.
The silent treatment is, I don't know, you're not saying a word. Right. I don't know what's going on. You have determined that you're not going to say one word to me, and they're constantly asking you, what is wrong? Right. What is wrong? Why aren't you talking? And then they like walking around like you don't even exist. It's different than saying, I'm going to take this moment, and they'll know why. Right. They know exactly why you're quiet. And I think that's a little bit different.
But there you have another thing, like in a love triangle, where you will have someone who, like, I'm mad at this person, but I'm not mad at this person. So now I'm going to spend all my time with this person over here. Just like, you can't help but see the differences. Like in the end, like, you're never going to be like, oh, I can't tell the difference between how he treats me and how he treats her.
This happened to me one time. I was having a tumultuous time in a relationship that I was with a young lady, and she was discouraging me from chasing my dreams and encouraging me to stay in corporate America. And I met another young lady, and instantly she heard my dreams and was like, "Oh, you should do it. You should do that. You remind me of Dame Dash. You remind me of Diddy. You can go all the way. You know what you're doing. You have the connections." And so that ended up becoming I preferred to spend time around this person. There wasn't anything sexual to begin with, just because she was telling me what I wanted to hear at that time, or encouraging me, whichever way you want to look at it. Right. And the other young lady, was attached to my salary that I already had in corporate America. And so I ended up one day, the young lady, my phone was ringing. I wouldn't answer it. She was like, "Oh, I need to make a call. My battery died. Can I use my phone?" And she called the number that had been calling me back and was like, "Oops, I'm sorry." And just that let her know that I was not answering the phone on purpose, and I was spending time with another woman, even though at that time, nothing physical
what's crazy though? And I don't know that people understand this. Both of those can actually be good women. Like, both of those women could have been great women.
But one of them was feeding his soul, though.
One of them is for him, and one of them is not for him.
Exactly.
Well, one of them was for me before I was ready to chase my dream, and the other one was for me after the dream.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
But
that's the 4-year thing.
The woman for you is going to grow with you, not going to fight against your growth.
Reason, season, a lifetime. So that's what happens. Sometimes we meet somebody for a reason or a season, and we are convinced it's for a lifetime, and so we hold on to it a lot longer than we should. I've been guilty of that in my life, holding on too long. Some people can't move on until they have somebody else. I used to date a young lady who she never broke up with the main until she really had a whole nother situation set up.
Wow, that's dangerous.
Women do that. Men do that too. Okay, wait a minute.
They do it with no intention of leaving.
He said, she said on IntellectualRadio.com. We're an iHeart radio station. And thank you everyone who is listening on Facebook and who are listening on Spreaker, or if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. If you're listening on iTunes, we appreciate that too. Subscribe to IntellectualRadio.com so you can listen to our other shows as well. Darius said, that's the main problem. Women and men aren't building anymore. We get caught up in the infatuation of each other instead of figuring out what person we are. Build a friendship and let it grow into a relationship. Martina, thank you. One of my stepping friends. You guys know I'm an avid stepper. That's what I do. Hello, Martina. Thank you. This is a topic brought to us by Nikki, who is our guest host today as we talk about love triangles. So there are triangles that people aren't in agreement with. some that people are all together. I don't know if that's even really a problem if they all agree, right?
No, it becomes a problem.
Does it?
Eventually, it will become a problem.
Inequality creates the issue.
It will become a problem.
The inequality.
That's
Inequality.
to say it's not a problem is a coping mechanism for that person trying to understand why they're in that situation. That's a coping mechanism, but eventually it becomes an issue. Absolutely.
So for the people who say, and I'm going to mold these two together, that monogamy isn't natural. So if these people do agree to be in these polyamorous situations, not working out, is that just a normal thing in that relationship? I mean, having issues of inequality is just
the same
part
way
of what
monogamous
comes with it.
relationships sometimes.
Yeah. So is that necessarily a problem or just one of the outcomes?
I think it's just one more thing you can put into a
Nikki,
relationship.
your face is saying something different. Say it.
It's hard already.
I mean, I don't know. I just think that, unless, well, even if you all, the three of you as an adult conversation, if the three of you are intimate together at the same time, even still that becomes an issue eventually.
Yeah, this chick
because you can only,
it's only one of you.
You know
what I'm saying.
She told me that. She's like, I was getting tired. I got to go over here and please him and then go over here and please him. I was like, that's
so
deep.
it's like,
I don't know many women in the love triangle. So there are women that there's two men and the men know about each other.
No, I don't know about those. I know about the two women and the men, but I don't know.
Two men.
I mean, they were sleeping together. I don't think she was in a relationship with both guys.
That's just.
I think they was just started having threesomes, and she was saying that she was getting tired of sexually having to try to.
Oh, so they weren't doing each other, the guys. That she was just doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. That's what you're saying.
Not a threesome.
That's not a
threesome. 2 men and a woman is not a threesome.
It's not. What is it? It's three.
That's like a train.
It's just it's basically.
That's
not a threesome. Everybody's doing everybody.
Y'all can't change. Oh, okay.
Yeah, threesome is everybody's doing everybody.
Is it?
Yes. Do you need a diet? I can. I mean, how adult can we be on the show?
So what's like? How do we get here?
That's a love.
I can give you an example.
That's a type of love triangle, sexual triangle. But so what is the technical term for that then?
No, let's go.
Well, menage a trois.
I don't know if there's a sexual. I mean, a technical.
The threesome with the two guys, because y'all said it's not, and then
no, that's not
the reason y'all gave made it.
So honestly, even if it's two women and a man, and those two women are not interacting with each other,
right? That's not a threesome.
Because only two of them are having sex.
But when it's two women and one man, it is a threesome.
No, if the women aren't doing each other, if the two women aren't doing each other, it's not a threesome.
It says a group of 3 people engaged in the same activity. So if they're all having sex, that is still a threesome. They're all in the loop.
It's a threesome in
so
my book.
guy get done and then I come in. Is that a threesome?
No, that's a triangle.
This is what I'm saying.
That's not a threesome.
No, I'm talking about if we all go in the 3 people, 2 men and 1 woman go in one bedroom and are having sexual things all together. They're involved in an activity together.
Yeah,
I'm going by the definition.
Okay.
I get you. A group of 3 people engaged in the same activity.
Technicalities here.
Have you all ever been in any type of love triangle, whether it was really short that you found out and the next day you weren't in the love triangle anymore? Or
no.
I found out the person that I was in a relationship with for years was engaged when I met her. And she basically held on to him until she was stable with you.
Me.
She wanted to make
sure I haven't pushed this out of my head. Have I ever been?
You know what?
You may not have been aware.
I wasn't aware.
Are you in a love triangle if you're not aware?
Love triangle.
You don't consider that a love triangle?
No, I used to, but I wasn't at that time. I definitely wasn't looking at it as a triangle. I more was, just like an accessory.
So maybe the idea behind a love triangle is more it has to be the emotional connection. It doesn't seem as though you have the emotional connection.
Yeah, I was totally okay with it.
So to make it,
I wasn't trying to get them to get divorced.
when are you going to leave him? You're the one who wants to protect from having the full relationship. So
I've been that person.
You like that they protect you from having to have
I've never been that person.
You don't.
I think that I'm an understanding person. I understand. Sometimes
I can't even.
Sometimes
he understands.
Hey, I'm just being honest. People don't want to be honest about this, but sometimes people are in relationships and they're in a marriage and they really care about that person and they are getting a lot of what they need, but not necessarily everything that they need. And
sex.
Do they have to sacrifice the entire relationship and everything that's been built together if occasionally they need to get something else?
That's a whole other topic.
The problem is they made a commitment to someone else to not do that. I mean, let that other person in.
That's why you better be careful about making promises. Life is long.
That's
right. So does the other person have to know? For it to be a love triangle, does the other person have to know?
They know something's going on.
No. I'm talking about explicitly no. Like I know that there's somebody else.
You only broke the law if you get caught.
It's not a love triangle if somebody's tricking you and you don't know anything.
By definition, it said the arrangement is unsuitable to one or more people involved. So you can be and one person is feeling betrayed. So you can be put and you don't want it though. I don't want to be in this triangle, but somebody has put you in this.
What if you don't know? What does that mean?
If you don't know, what is that?
It doesn't make you dumb. What are you talking about?
There's some good liars.
Then you're not a real good investigator.
What you got to understand is this: for me,
they don't want to know.
For me, it wasn't long term. It wasn't long term situations.
So,
those married women,
a man who has two
for a little while and got out.
Now, a man, he has a household over here and a household over here. He's convinced both of them that he travels for his job. Now, is that a love triangle? Because
I don't think
households don't know about each other.
I don't think that's a love triangle.
I don't think that's a love triangle because you don't know.
That's a sociopath.
That's a sociopath. He probably commit murder and serial killing and everything.
Oh, the world is so harsh and judgmental when a person
even though they
behaves differently than they do.
Is that a love triangle though?
I'm going to answer that to Tracy Lee. Hi, Tracy. My stepping friends are out today. Hello. She says she agrees with the definition of a threesome, that the sexual thing. Nemia, who is also a co-host here. Hi, Nemia Ward, also lovingly known as N. Dot. She said he could have sex with her vaginally and she'd be giving oral to the other guy. So they could all be engaged in something. The two men don't necessarily have to be having sex to have something sexual.
I disagree.
Is the oral sex not sex?
If maybe
that's fine. You can call it that. But I still disagree.
Yeah, I disagree too.
So that's not a threesome.
Like at some point in a threesome, during that moment in time, all three people need to be having sex with each other in various ways.
That's like saying, hey, if 7 guys in a room and then it's one girl, like if any of those men ever interact with each other in any way, shape, or form, like I can't see that as like, oh, that's
group sex.
That's just group sex.
That's not a threesome though, because it's more than 3.
So we're talking
threesomes. So we're not talking
group sex.
That's an orgy. That's something else, or group sex. We're talking about 3 people in a room, whether it's 2 men or that's a whole different thing. We're talking 3 people, threesome. Okay. We're gonna talk 3 and it's 1 girl, 2 guys, or 2 girls, 1 guy. The 2 guys and 1 girl is not a threesome to you.
If the guys are not having sex with each other, no.
Not interacting with each other, in my opinion, that's just group sex.
I want to get back to the love triangle.
yes.
Nikki,
we're talking about a triangle.
That's part of the love triangle. Because when you're intimate with that person, you are being intimate with that other person they with.
Even if they didn't ask. I mean, even if. So it's almost like having a threesome.
You have a threesome just at different times.
Because
he doing you one night and he doing her the other night. So y'all all doing each other.
You have never liked 2 guys at the same time and it didn't have ill intentions and that's not even how you intended to go, but it just so happened that at one time you were attracted to, liked, and had some interaction with 2 different guys.
Sure, but I'm not committed in a relationship with the 2 different guys.
Okay, that's the part that makes you a sociopath.
Awesome. Hey, I won't get caught.
That's it.
And there it is.
And there you have it. That
I'm not wearing orange.
Throwing out the word.
So there has to be some commitment.
Thank you.
The commitment creates the triangle because now we're all tied together in some. All right. Why does it have to be commitment?
She's just not his side chick. She's my side chick too.
What?
You're not just his side chick. You're mine too. I mean,
Lord have mercy.
Explain that.
Explain
that, Nikki.
So you know how we talked about earlier, like, maybe sometimes I don't want to be bothered. That's cool. So you can take him off my hands for a few minutes and do what you need to do, and I can go on about my business. Like, that's part of that acceptance piece. Like, this is like our arrangement. This is how it's working. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's appropriate. I'm just saying that's how it is sometimes. I
was speaking with a young lady a while back, and she was telling me that her husband cheated, but that threesomes are okay. So he can have sex with other women as long as she's there and involved, but he can't go off on his own.
Right.
Oh, a lot of couples have that. A lot of couples have that arrangement.
So is that a love triangle or?
No.
That's really more about the sex.
Because I don't think there's a relationship.
I think when one person feels betrayed, if it goes by the definition.
Right.
The love triangle is a romantic relationship involving between three people, and the arrangement is unsuitable to one or more people involved.
So what does
One person.
polyamory
Right, because like
fall in
swinging
that?
is not a love triangle.
Everybody likes it and is okay with it.
If polyamory,
Love
so then
triangle-
polyamory
love triangle
should be
means
a love
somebody
triangle.
doesn't like it. They in
Right.
it, but they don't want it to be that way.
I think.
I mean, if everybody liking it, it's cool. I don't.
So
I mean,
then that's polyamory. Is that
Yeah.
a triangle
Yes,
then? So then that would not be a
If one
triangle.
See, I don't
finds it
think so.
unsuitable, if one
Yeah, if
why
person,
they
you
find
in
it
it?
unsuitable, yes.
Well, then-
But if they all cool with it, then no, it's just y'all swinging, y'all chilling. y'all
Cressy, I
kicking it.
think you may even be an extra. Give us the the definition
know
of
what's going
these.
on.
Cressy says she thinks poly, group sex, threesomes are awesome. Okay, carry on.
That was it. Just
She
they're
said
awesome.
carry
for
on.
sharing.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing. LaFeria said a love triangle by nature is created when one or more partners are engaged in more. It is engaged with more than one individual. At a minimum, one of the parties involved is aware of the other parties' involvement.
Right.
Mhm.
So you got to know, and it has to be some kind of commitment.
Hi, Lamonte.
Right.
I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Thank you for joining us for the first time. We appreciate it. Keep listening. Let us know what you think. And if you have a love triangle situation story,
Please.
we want to hear about it. Type it in there, or you can call 708-223-8953 here at IntellectualRadio.com and let us know what you think. So, this is somewhat complicated. Let's say, so you said the other woman, if I just found out you are seeing someone, I thought we were in a committed relationship. I find out that you are now seeing another woman. I now have a side chick.
Well, if the situation,
going.
if it continues and it progresses, now you've become.
And
my
I
side
fight with
chick,
her
too.
and go, leave him alone. That's my man. Now we are have something
That's
going
not that's
on.
our man now. So
That's our man.
that's our
Like it's
man.
both ours.
That's ours.
Just keep it in my house.
You are no longer main. We are both equally with
I'm
him.
That's
never
our
gonna be
man.
in a love triangle. Men call me, I'm gonna be like, I don't even know who or what you're talking
I
about.
think that's honest to God. I feel like that's the difference.
I'll be like,
I'm
no,
not gonna have a
habla
conversation with a
inglés,
man.
Holmes.
I'm just
I
not
think
gonna have a
guys
conversation.
guys
with you.
are different in that way. As women,
If
we're
she was your wife,
as women, we're just
Huh?
emotional
Then I need
creatures
to talk
about
to my
that.
wife. If a man calls
totally
me
agree.
about my wife, I don't need to talk to him at all.
Oh, I've never
KP,
had
if you
that.
walk in on your wife and she's
I've only had men
getting
call me
down with
about
some dude,
dating
you're not gonna try to like deal with him in that situation right then and
My
there.
wife made a problem. That's her.
you can't. You're not gonna say
What-
leave my wife
what am I gonna-
alone.
what
Stop calling
Am
her.
I leave my wife alone would mean that my wife doesn't want what's happening to happen.
Right.
Right.
I agree. I'm always confused when the woman decides.
So you're just gonna be like,
to-
oh, okay, I'm good.
Oh,
Bye.
I'm gonna leave because I'm probably kill one of them.
That's
I'm
what
out.
I'm saying.
I
No,
didn't say I
but
was
he's
gonna
not gonna
kill him.
argue.
Oh, okay.
He's not gonna
Why
argue
would
with
you
the
kill him
dude.
if you're gonna actually
Why
do
would you
it?
even
He said he's
kill
not gonna
him
talk to the
then?
dude. I'm not gonna
Oh,
talk
but
to
he
no-
kill him.
That's anger. That's anger. My ego gonna be
He
hurt,
said he
Right.
so he won't.
so I won't.
Right, and
I
that's
will
what
still be
I'm saying.
angry. My ego
Right,
will
right.
still be hurt. All of that. However, it's not him. In the end, it's still not him.
But you still want to. You just
I'm not
won't
saying I
act
wouldn't
on
want
it.
to.
Right, okay.
I just what for
Because that
what
would be
reason?
weird if you were like,
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever. You can have my
I'm not
lady. She
saying
ain't
that
mine.
would be kind of
so.
strange.
Take her with you. You know.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And sometimes, people just don't process that at the time. But you're right. I agree.
That's in your feelings. I don't want to be in my feelings.
But we had said earlier, and I had meant to bring this up when we were talking about the signs. One of the things we didn't talk about,
Talking to you.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead.
one of the things we didn't talk about when we were talking about signs, like how
You're
you,
not
before
talking.
the love triangle even starts, how you actually started that relationship with that person. If you started that relationship with that person and they were in a relationship with someone else, so what he does with you, he's going to do to you. So if you disregard that initial sign, then it's like, you've made a mistake from jump. And so you should already know, okay, well, if he's doing this with me, what makes me think that he's not going to, bring someone else in?
Because she's special. Hers is better.
I left my wife for you. I'd never leave you though.
Men never leave their wives, just so you know.
People don't want to.
Want to change?
No, people don't want to admit to themselves that sometimes, even if somebody's dating somebody else, you still like what you have with that person. Ego, like Tucson said, society makes us feel like that should be unacceptable under any circumstances. But sometimes a non-committed relationship with somebody and connection with somebody can be more powerful and more beneficial and bring more value into your life than a relationship with another person that's committed.
Oh, I've had
that's
that
a lesser caliber person.
100 million%.
But people don't want to admit that.
I'll admit it.
People don't want to admit that to themselves. Like, if you bring value to my life, I can't get caught up in everything else that's going on in your life. I just had to worry about the moment we in and then go do what I'm supposed to be doing with the rest of my life.
I tell people that about friendships as well.
People don't want to admit that.
Explain that to me. I'm lost on what you all are saying.
Everybody in your life should serve a purpose. And it should be something positive and something that's moving you forward. I have friends right now. I might not trust them with my $20, but I trust them with my life. I got a guy right now. He'd probably go kill somebody for me. But if I left $20 on the table and it was gone, I might be like, hold on. Now, am I not his friend because I don't trust him over here? Or do I allow him to be in my life and serve whatever purpose he serves? I know that I have friends right now who enjoy the type of connections that I have. And I don't mind being the friend that, like, oh, when I come to the door, you can get me in the club or whatever. Like, that's cool. I don't have to invest any more into that relationship than what we've set already. So if I'm dating somebody and they're providing me the outlet that I need emotionally to talk to somebody, I can't be like, oh, well, but she's dating 7 other people. So now I'm going to lose my outlet that I have because I'm worried about everything else going on in your life.
Right. I call it the person. That person is your person. So
but
if
as long
that's your
as
person, you don't want to let them go.
That still isn't a love triangle unless you tell them I don't want you to be with the. I mean, I don't see where that makes a difference. That doesn't seem to fit this scenario.
No, that would be like,
because nobody's being lied to or thinking they're in a relationship with the other person. You're not connecting.
As long as you're putting everything on the table, then it shouldn't be a problem.
It is, Nikki. Your face is thinking. What is that thinking face?
I'm processing.
She went into the thinker.
I'm processing.
Everything. I'm looking at the screen like everything.
Well, because in the back of your mind, what you end up thinking when you're in this situation and you're in the situation with your person, that's your person. When you recognize that the other female sees him as her person too, then you're thinking to yourself, how can they be that person to her? How are they able to do that? Like, that becomes an emotional issue.
But if
like,
it's for a different
women
reason.
more so than men.
For women, I think, because when a woman, if I'm calling you my person, that means that you're my end all to be all. You're the person I call on when I need something. I know you're going to be there. No one else but you. You are my person. And what if you get into a situation where that's your person and that's her person, and then both of you have a crisis at the same time? So then you're like, okay, so who are you going to help at that? God forbid something happens.
I think that's the fear.
Who will you help? If both of us are in a car crash at the same exact time, and both of our emergency settings are phoned to your phone, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I think that's the problem.
And you best come help me first. And that's the issue. That's the issue. You best come, and then you can go see the little girl.
But when you say my person, that means you're going to that person for everything.
Yeah.
But if you're just, and it's my opinion, if you're just dating somebody, they shouldn't be your end.
I agree. Now that I agree.
Until you get into a relationship. I don't feel like you should ever expect anyone to do everything for you in whatever way you want them to do until y'all had a whole conversation about being committed and being that person.
But you know, some people, and I will say,
I've never gotten that call.
But I will say this,
I've never gotten that call.
Because they know you're not their man. They go on.
But they might be that person might be a natural giver. That person might be naturally the type of person who is a giver, and you're not asking them to do things for you. They are naturally this type of person for you, and because they become naturally that person.
You become dependent on.
Right, you become dependent upon.
I guess I'm just a very independent person because I don't.
If I get a flat tire,
I don't have a go-to.
I don't even know.
My go-to.
And this is part of my problem. I don't know why people call people in crisis when they can call someone else. Like,
the professional.
Call the police first.
That is weird to me.
Oh, I got a flat tire. Call AAA first.
Call AAA.
Tell me AAA's on the way. I don't need to know you got a flat tire.
Yeah,
see, that makes me upset. If you're my person, KP, and I can't call you when I have a flat tire, you think you want me to call? You want me to call AAA? They don't call you.
Are you calling me to solve the problem?
I'm calling you because, babe, I'm having a problem. I'm having.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say call AAA and call me back. So why call me first?
I can't with you.
I agree.
I think I agree too. I'm gonna call AAA because they will have all.
If you had an issue,
I'm gonna throw my day away. I'm gonna throw my day away. Get dirty.
If he calls me and there's an issue, I'm not gonna be like, well, you need to call so and so first. I'm gonna be like, tell me what happened, babe.
Khalid will call to solve the problem first and then share later.
Call AAA.
And I feel like that's an emotional thing where you're saying, hey,
And
my
that's
comfort
women.
is
Women
in,
are emotional.
my
We
comfort
want
is
to
in
know you're
someone
going to
knowing
change
it.
the
And,
type.
and as a man, to me,
Damsel in
you're the
distress.
person who should be the protector and the keeper.
So
This
then
is
I
how
gotta
she-
call AAA.
This is one of the ways
Yep.
she feels love.
Yes.
You
Damsel in
you should
distress.
say, babe, don't worry about it. Take care of it right now.
Are you gonna
I'm
save
call
me?
AAA for you.
I'm gonna die old and alone. I just,
Yeah, I
If
please
you tell your woman when she calls, call AAA. I'm going back to sleep.
somebody just
You
broke in my
won't
house.
have a woman
okay,
left.
call the police.
I think that's normal,
Love-
right? No.
No, I mean, if somebody's breaking in the house, I'm not gonna call you and be like, hey, someone's breaking in the house, babe. Come on.
Why not?
That's different. I'm
It's
What is,
what's
now
the
you're going
difference?
the other way.
No,
Okay,
no,
no,
I'm saying,
because
what's
like
the
my
difference?
life is in danger in the immediacy. What are you talking about?
Your life is in danger on the side of the road as well. AAA can get there faster than me.
Oh my God.
Nemia said, I know married people who cheat. They love their spouse, but
They don't love their
receive
spouse. If you're cheating, you
fulfillment.
don't love your spouse. PSA.
That's
Wow.
not
That's true.
true. That's not true.
No, if you
You're
love
not
your
showing
spouse,
them love correctly.
No, absolutely not.
No.
No.
Everybody
No.
loves differently.
Oh,
Everybody loves
that's a
differently.
load of crap. No way. If you're cheating
Ooh,
on your
controversy.
spouse in marriage, you do not love nor respect that person.
Again,
Respect,
Period.
maybe.
Again,
Do not
Love.
love nor respect.
everybody wants to believe that their definition of love and the way
That's
that they
true.
love and the way that they receive love should apply across the board.
So what does love mean?
And it does
Ooh.
not. It's different for
What
everybody.
is it for
If I
you?
could tell you what it is for me,
What is that?
I can tell you what it is.
Hold on. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm not going to tell you what it is for me. No,
I can't
seriously.
stand
When
it.
I love somebody, bottom line, I would love to see them happy. And I
Sure.
would love to see them achieve, accomplish, or be wherever it is they want to be,
Agree.
even when it doesn't involve me.
I agree with you 110%.
So if I love you and you tell me about a dream or something you want to make happen or want to stop happening, I'm going to encourage you
Mhm.
and try to support you in making that happen. But the one thing that I
agree.
cannot do because of love is me be unhappy. So I'm not going to promise you something
Mhm.
to make you happy that I
Oh no,
know.
I agree with
it's
that.
gonna
we were
make
talking
me-
about marriage. We're not
No,
talking.
I
We're
agree
talking
with
about
that.
you
So-
have made the commitment.
but
to be
before
with
you
that
step
But
person.
out
that
on that
doesn't mean that
person,
they
though.
don't love that person. That means
Okay,
they're
okay,
imperfect.
So but
That means
before
that
you
person is
step
imperfect.
out on that person, you need to have that conversation and then go about your merry
I'm not
way.
saying they shouldn't have the conversation. I'm saying it's not because of love. It's character. It's how they think.
No, you've fallen
I
out of
actually
love,
have a
right?
list.
That's
No,
making them.
you don't
amazing.
have to have fallen out of love with someone
No, not at
necessarily.
all.
To
Not
So
at all.
I-
It's just how
okay.
they think.
So I think love is a bunch of different things. So my list: communication, honesty, affection, respect, trust. Those are my things. Now, if I love you and I respect you and then I trust you. Now, if tomorrow you cheat on me, my trust might be broken. That doesn't mean the love
the
went away.
honesty.
Oh no, I agree with that
Now,
too.
so I can still love you, but not trust you. Even though in the beginning, I
Absolutely.
need communication, honesty, affection,
Absolutely.
respect, trust. I need those to start loving you. Any of those can break down and I can still love you. That's why that's the reason why I disagree with you.
Yeah.
Somebody can go cheat and still have that love, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that they did it the right way. Like you
Mhm.
I
said,
love
like
people I
they
don't
should have had
trust.
the
They
conversation.
weren't honest.
They weren't honest.
Showing respect.
It wasn't respect.
They weren't
but
doing all the
I don't
things
think that the love
that made
went
you
away.
The love didn't go away.
So
but
what
the-
went away?
One of those things that
The
makes
desire
love
to
work.
stay monogamous. Jesus Christ, we try to make it more complicated than it is.
I'm wondering.
think sometimes for different reasons, it could be the loss of something else that they're not getting. They're getting all the other things that made them love you, but they're missing something. And you could have the conversation with someone. I'm having issues with this in our relationship, and they don't act on it.
Mhm.
But there's so many bigger factors to just
No,
walk
yeah,
away from a marriage
no,
and
I agree.
children
I'm
and
not
things
saying-
like that. So before I cheat, I'm going to go make sure I'm just going to walk away.
I think
just think-
afterwards, if it does happen and you haven't, it just happens or whatever. Love to me after that happens is the conversation and where we went wrong
Fixing it.
and fixing it. Now
Yeah.
that's love. Now there you're showing love by doing that. Yeah, then you can stay together. But if you're just continually doing it without disregard and you know that it's hurting this person, that's not love to me.
I read
That's
an
just not. If
article
you're
last-
continually cheating on your spouse, that's just not love.
I read an article last week and it surveyed just men. And the number one reason that men cheat in a marriage is because the other woman they was cheating with was too hot to resist. Nothing to do with love, nothing to do
How
with
do
the
you-
deficiency
I
in a
believe
How do you
that.
relationship.
stay faithful in
I
a
believe
room
How
that.
she
full of
looked in that sundress was
Pores.
just too
So
much to
you shouldn't
keep
get
dealing
married
with.
then, 'cause
No.
you're gonna be hot women
Let me say
around.
this. Let me say this. The only
That's
way
why
to
you're
stay
not
faithful.
married? Is that why you're not getting married?
The
drive
only
around
way to stay
downtown and I'm
faithful
like,
in a
Lord
room full
have
of
mercy,
whores is
why would
to
I
leave
ever
the
do
room.
that?
Period. The only way to stay faithful in a room full of whores is to leave the room. Men aren't built to resist.
No,
We live in a world full of it though. So
you gotta remove yourself.
Where you
That's
gonna
why I
go?
say men who like take girls' numbers, like, oh, I just want to see if I still got it. You setting yourself up. In the end, you're putting yourself in that room and saying, oh, I can resist it. I know plenty of men who had all intention to be faithful and put themselves in too many situations where there was temptation.
I had lunch downtown the other day, and I was like, "How are these women wearing this stuff to work? I would not work with you. Like,
you can't be married and work downtown.
What is going on?
I'm single, so it's okay. It's fine.
That's right.
I mean, so you can
right.
do you,
and that's what I was thinking to myself.
You
like,
can do you.
Why would you ever make a promise that would cut you off from all of this?
And then you meet a woman who does all of that for you. And I think that's how it works.
You think that's possible?
I still got to go back out in the world.
Yeah, I want to get married one day.
Me too.
Got to go back in
and
the
you
world.
feel it's possible for him then, if he has found the one, to be in a room full of temptation and resist it?
No. He could be in a room full of temptation and then remove himself. Because he should not be there.
And I appreciate that.
The first 5 times.
That's
first
love,
5 times.
because he knows I need to get on.
If I won the lottery tomorrow, I probably would never get married.
KP.
Boom. If I was already married and I won the lottery,
I would love to share that with someone.
If I was in the NBA, I would never get married. If I was an actor, I would never get married because it's too much temptation.
Too much temptation.
I'm a regular man.
That's how I feel. I would never be a pastor. I would never be a pastor.
I have women come to me and I'm regular.
Oh, they're the main.
If I'm rich and famous, the amount and the
common equality.
But you are famous.
There's a reason
I'm not famous.
Oh, God.
I'm Chicago famous.
I feel like that's what I was about to say. I feel like I'm in that situation. I'm not famous.
You are famous.
So I feel like I'm in that situation right now. Like some guys, maybe they should go ahead and get married. But if you're a guy and you know that there's a good chance that you could sleep with any one of these women that you want to, or be in a relationship with any one of these women you want to, cutting yourself off seems like a disservice to yourself.
But and that brings up the point, this idea of self-knowledge and self-awareness. I mean, you have to know what it is that you're capable of doing and what it is that you're not capable of doing. And if you know that you're not capable of monogamy or not capable of faithfulness,
that's it.
Then communicate that. Now, if you communicate that and she says that's cool, then that's on her. If she sticks around, it becomes a problem. But if she says it's not cool, then you need to say, then we can't kick it.
Even when guys are doing that, it's like if you love chocolate cake but you're on a diet. You're not eating chocolate cake, but you still like it. You still love it. You still want it. You still
smell it when
you still smell it. All of those things. And so when a man loves women and he decides to get married, that desire for other women doesn't go away.
I agree.
He just decided that this is what he's supposed to do.
Gotta leave the room.
Absolutely. And that goes.
Don't buy the chocolate cake and say I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah, you can't.
And that's the key.
Women too. Let's even be more honest.
And women too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Women don't have.
We out here buying the cake like
don't like no other man or
cake.
aren't all of a sudden no longer attracted to other men.
But I don't think
they
for
just
women.
Pressure to feel.
But with women, if they become emotionally
connected
to someone else,
I was going to say that it doesn't go with attraction. It goes with how he treats her, how he talks to her, how he does something emotionally. And
cheating
then
starts with conversations and text messages.
We're women now. Please understand this. I'll listen to you when we say what men do, but I'm going to tell you, there are majority of women. So there are some that go attraction and he got a big print and whatever. And then they're on to something else. But for a lot of women or some group of women, it is emotional that turns them to cheating. That he's saying all those things that mean something. Next thing you know, your ears open, but you got to do the same thing. Not invited.
A lot of time it's just excitement.
You end up having conversations with someone else that you should be having with your spouse, but you have it with someone else.
I don't think a lot do.
Let me tell you.
Not a lot.
Let me tell you. That's why it happens on vacation so often. Because it's just exciting. It's exciting to meet some handsome guy who you didn't know on an island, and it organically and magically.
There are other problems at home.
That's dangerous.
Thank you.
There have to be other
problems. That's not why they did it for excitement.
They
did it because there's problems at home, and they're using this excitement because they feel better in the moment. That's a bigger thing, in my opinion. I feel that it's not because they just like excitement and I'm like Jamaica. So now
I got to
Dexter.
People love the stability of their life. You love that you have a job. You know you're going to get paid every week. You love that you live this house. Everything, all this stuff is stable. But we want to go on vacation. We want to go away from that. Why? For the excitement. to break up the monotony.
Right.
If you know why women cheat more than women, I'm gonna leave you at that. You got to.
But we try to tell you why.
This is what y'all have to understand. I don't feel like I know more about women than you all do. But I do know more about dating women than you all do, because you have no experience dating.
I said why women cheat. I'm not talking about dating.
But if you haven't been in a relationship with a woman, you only know why you would cheat.
And so why would cheat matters to how women think. I think like women. So there's going to be a group of women. I know they're not the same. I'm not saying what you're saying isn't true.
Okay.
But you can't tell me what I'm saying isn't true.
No, I wasn't saying that.
So I'm not saying women.
Various reasons. I believe it's
there's various reasons, but that reason is just as valid as yours. Yeah. I'm saying that there are various reasons, but definitely there is a big number that's emotional. And I talk to women.
And there's love triangles.
And there's love triangles.
A man and two women. Women's emotions is what's going to create the instability in the love triangle.
Absolutely.
Because we just are emotional creatures, and most of everything we do stems from some form of emotion.
Absolutely.
Where you guys can rationalize. You have a very distinct reason why I'm not doing this because of this.
Yeah.
Period.
Women,
we don't operate
women want
like
to marry a good guy, but women like bad guys.
No, that's not true.
What?
No.
That's not true.
What? Maybe
don't
for
believe
some.
that.
Let's go back to there's
women don't like bad boys.
No, I mean we don't. Nobody wants a dude that's gonna be like, "Hey, boo." No, but not like we don't need somebody.
They like that excitement. We won't say that there are women like that, but who they want to marry.
When he says
I don't mean go to jail. I don't mean go to jail.
Alpha men. Alpha men are more. That's what a woman is looking for, an alpha man.
Which is, in your opinion,
those guys are the ones who fall into your bad guy.
That's just a term. It doesn't mean they're bad. They're a bad person.
Not a bad person, but
I think women. I think women like men.
This means a rule breaker. That's all a bad boy means.
Idris Elba.
To me, I think what women.
I said rule breaker.
No, what women instinctively need is. I think women do need a man who's able to take control in an appropriate way.
And there are only so many of those.
But
if you can't take charge and if you can't take control, then no, you're definitely not the one.
You can be a take charge and not be bad.
Oh, absolutely, not be bad.
Do you think that most nice guys that end up getting married are alpha men? Like most, what you would consider a nice guy. You think that a lot of them are alpha men?
The ones I know are.
I'm only attracted to alpha men, so I really don't know.
That's all I'm saying.
I really don't.
But I don't consider an alpha man a bad guy.
But they're not bad.
Y'all taking the
don't say bad, but like you
said,
bad
boy can be used in different ways, and of course, when you guys hear bad, you're thinking bad.
Bad meaning good,
okay,
like
so,
bad.
One time I was gonna be late coming to the show. Traffic was crazy. I drove on the shoulder of the highway all the way up 290 from downtown all the way.
Oh my God, you're a rebel.
First Avenue. Does that make me bad in a relationship?
No, I don't think so.
Absolutely not. But
I don't even think that's bad.
I don't think that's bad because I would do the same thing. I'm a rager.
A rule breaker.
I was on a date in Vegas. We went to the restaurant. They said the wait was 35 minutes, and I looked the lady square in the eye and I said, I want to be on the 5-minute list.
And see, that would turn me on.
Laughing.
So
we started laughing.
That's not breaking the rules.
That's not breaking the rules. That's the type
everybody who was in line before me was saying that.
So what? Who
They had every opportunity to do the same thing.
That's what I think too.
That's
they are bad too. That's all that means. They are rule breakers.
They have every. But I just want the man that's going to go
after what he wants. Are you saying that you're a good girl?
Oh, yes.
Are you saying that you're a good girl?
I definitely am.
I don't know what.
But I am a rager, so I guess not.
I don't know what good girl is because I'm going.
You're a bad girl. I don't know.
We're bad girls, and it's all good.
But I think about like Russell Wilson's situation. Is it like
who is that?
The football player. With Sierra.
Sierra dated all these bad guys, and she married a good guy.
But look how great it turned out for her, though.
Yeah, I don't believe the end is. I feel like she still likes bad guys, quite honestly.
Dude, Future is the worst, though. Like, what?
I do think there are women who not settle, but they want to go with security. The women want to choose that guy that they feel
is safer. It's safer. That's why they do it. They will marry a safe
That doesn't mean that they stop liking the Future type of guy. She still likes that type of guy, even though she's married to Russell Wilson. That's what I'm saying. But she's married to a good guy. She still likes bad guys.
I can still
people work jobs.
Still like them and not want to be married to it though.
I mean, there's something
that I'm trying to tell you. It's like that guy can be like a
Future,
but I don't even want him at all. I still don't want him in my life. I can still go, oh, that's attractive, but know that that's not what I want for me.
I agree.
I think
you got to remove yourself from that situation.
But I remove myself from that person because I know that would be the temptation to. Because I think we both men and women have to remove ourselves
from the temptation.
Because that doesn't go away. That's the part that
he lets Sierra friend sit on his lap. He ain't running from the temptation.
Men don't even
numbers. You don't get it chat in the inboxes. You don't do things that could lead you in that, and you know when you see them coming that you know what that could lead to
what's that movie
something.
with Chris Rock in the end where he like ran?
I think I love my wife.
I think I love my wife. I love that movie.
I watched that movie. And I love that movie. There's no way in the world.
Like what the hell?
99% of men are not leaving. They're not leaving. The lady naked right there waiting on you, and you're like, "Oh, my wife."
She was looking good in that movie too. Nikki True, Lord,
You don't think that you'll ever want that one person to where, even though you would want to stay, like you would just because of that one person just doesn't exist.
I believe that I will have that person because I want to get married one day. What I don't believe is that I will put myself in a situation where I'm in this house with this woman who's trying to come on to me and I'm going to leave. If I put myself there, I'm going to cheat.
That means you want it to be there. Okay.
I want it to be there. I put myself there. There's no reason for me to leave now.
Or you don't want to be put to the temptation that you have to keep trying to make yourself.
Now I gotta fight my inner me. And I feel like we put ourselves there and then we're like, oh, it happened. You did 17 steps. To get
but you didn't have your phone number. It wouldn't happen if you didn't meet her out.
Trouble can find you.
I agree with you.
It don't happen every day, but trouble has found me, and I was just walking down.
I believe you.
But you still have choice.
That shouldn't happen over and over and over again.
And trouble found me. I wasn't looking for trouble.
But it is not trouble if you're not in a relationship.
Right.
So that wasn't trouble. You just had fun.
I can imagine myself being in a relationship and being in these situations, and I think so.
I don't think you'll be in those same situations.
You won't want to be in the same situation, or you'll use your choice and free will to walk away.
I mean, you carry yourself as a single person. Women, we're keen on that, so we can see that. Like, he would be down.
Yeah, when I was in relationships.
In relationships, women see that as well.
Well, yeah, in some cases it can be more attractive if he's in a relationship.
Me and my guys, real quick, had a wedding ring in Miami, and we all wore the ring one day. It was 4 of us. Every single day, the person with the ring on always got more attention.
Why is that? Hold that thought. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com, the He Says, She Says show where me, Wanda, be and my team here today. And this segment is sponsored by Made You Look Mobile Car Wash. With today's busy schedules and family obligations, there is very little time left in the day to clean and care for your life's biggest investment, your vehicle. Wherever your vehicle is located, they clean and shine it on the spot. They supply the water and everything else necessary to clean your vehicle at your home, apartment, your office, or wherever you like. They have professional, dependable service with affordable rates. Give them a call today to set up an appointment to have them come out and clean your car. 708-674-4609, 708-674-4609, or on the web at madeyoulookmobile.com. They bring the clean to you.
Made you look.
Made you look. Mobile.
Made you look.
I need to. Honestly,
KP's on his way.
Seriously, he cleans cars while you're on the show.
Doing it right now.
He could have been doing it.
Oh, so we could have been doing this right now.
Okay, all 3 of us. We should do that every Sunday for real.
All right, next week.
That make my life easier.
2 cars done while we're on the show.
Time waiting at the car wash to kill me.
Does.
So that's a perfect.
I gotta wait in this line.
It really is.
Forget it. It's not that dirty.
It's not that serious. It's gonna rain.
Only time I get my car washed like regularly, like in the wintertime, because it messes up my clothes. That's it. You messing up my clothes. If it wasn't messing up my clothes, I would never get my clothes.
I can't do it. It makes me start to feel dirty when the car is dirty. It drives me berserk. I feel like I took a shower, but now I got in the car. I'm dirty.
Dirty again. Okay.
I have OCD.
So if you are tuning in or listening from Facebook, thank you. Whether you're on IntellectualRadio.com, thank you, Spreaker. And you can call 708-223-8953 and let us know what you think on these topics. We are talking about love triangles, and there's so many variations of a triangle. My goodness, I think we've had tons of scenarios.
Isosceles.
You know what? There are actually names for the love triangles. When I looked it up,
little geometry
I didn't feel like there are names for them.
Oh, no, I saw it.
I'm gonna have to do my homework.
There are total names for all the variations of the love triangles you are in. So I mean, they really are real things. So we're going to go to some of our comments. Nemia said, temptation is an external force that will always exist and you have no control over. Love and respect for the relationship cause you to make the decision not to act on temptation. LaFeria says, a non-alpha male thinks an alpha man is a bad boy, and women think an alpha man is confident man.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
That's why we were saying bad. You can't really use the term bad.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so we're not using bad.
So we were using the wrong.
Like confident and strong-willed, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Courtney said, because we were talking about the future thing, that maybe Sierra was tired of the future type of guy, and of course she was. That she is attracted to that type of guy, but she did not like the results, and so she's doing something different, clearly to get different results. And I don't know the ins and outs of relationships, and I don't try to predict celebrity relationships or whatever. God bless them. Hope it all works out, but I don't look and say yes, that relationship is working, or yes, she's happy. I don't know.
But back to what I think why she's saying that is, KB said, well, she kind of always want kind of the bad boy, and maybe she wouldn't if she got tired of that. She sees what they bring her and say, okay, I'm done with the bad boy type.
That reminds me of J-Lo and P. Diddy. Remember when they were together and then the shootouts started happening? She's like, I'm up, deuce is gonna go over here with little short Mark Anthony and keep
actually it was her team that was
that's what I'm saying. So it wasn't good for her career. So maybe
I do have a question though. Okay, so I don't know a lot about the future Sierra thing and Russell Wilson. However, I do know that Russell had an issue with Future had an issue with Russell being the father, right? Like being
stepdad
there and being
that's a whole other part of the love triangle.
Is that like a love triangle thing where
that becomes an issue?
Where the baby daddy is like, nah, this is my son. Now I'm gonna create problems between y'all two. Because
I don't know about that one, but it can be an issue. Like if you have kids and the person has become like the father figure to your kids, and then she has kids, and then like he has this relationship with her kids too.
Right.
So when kids are involved in the triangle, it becomes that much more messy because now you have to think about what is the impact if I leave this person? How is that going to impact my kids?
For the kids.
Now
it's
never helpful.
Yeah,
Nemia said, how are women to blame for love triangles? It does kind of sound like every time we discuss this, the women are becoming side chicks of each other, and why do they become to blame? Why, if they answer that?
I will say this. Once you find out if you stay, it's your fault. Everything that happens after that. Period.
I agree.
What?
I agree.
Once you decide, I don't like this situation, but I'm going to stay in it, then the fault shifts.
You have communicated. You like the situation if you stay.
And having been in that situation, I agree.
If you got a job that you hate and you go there every day, you don't really get to complain because you're not looking for another job.
I agree.
You can complain. You can blame your boss for being the same
but now it's your
he's been.
Because you could be
he
out
showed you he was that person.
In fact,
and you said, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah.
In fact,
you made that choice.
A lot of men think
you're now the side chick.
I don't think it's a woman. It's whoever puts themselves in that situation, even if it's a guy.
A lot of people think that people are only upset about it because of society and because of ego, and that once you accept it, you really just accept it in your mind that exclusivity is not as necessary as you thought it was.
That's a good
that's very
clearly, if you stand in it, you saying it's a requirement, but it really
and
is.
That's why your deal breakers are the most important thing. And this is why I say to people, before you get in a relationship, set your deal breakers up front. I know, and this is gonna sound crazy. I know that if I get married and my wife cheats, I am not going to leave. First time. Without a doubt. Even though I have infidelity as a deal breaker for me. But I know that in the beginning, like, we're going to try to work through this. If it doesn't work, then I'm gone. If you cheat again, then I'm gone. But I know that about myself going in. Like we said on Wednesday, if you're not ready to leave, don't say anything at all.
Wednesday, say that one more time.
If you're not ready to leave, keep your mouth shut. Till you're ready to go. Till you got a bag and you got your money together and your mama said you can move in. Don't say anything. Because all you're doing is creating drama in a place that you're going to stay in. And you're going to teach a man, hey, she going to stay anyway.
Where were you like 3 years ago? That advice.
Wanda didn't let me on the show.
Oh, man.
I didn't have the show.
There we go. That's why I don't understand love triangles when you're feeling slighted. Like, if you feel some type of way about this, no matter what you've invested already, it's only going to hurt to stay longer.
And it does. It hurts.
You hurt
tremendously.
They
yourself.
stay because the love is still there.
Because you want to win.
Because you want to
ego.
win.
Well,
it's
ego
because
is why
you want
you're
to win.
mad. It's weird. It's weird how it's working on both sides. Ego is making you stay because you want to win, but ego is the reason why you're mad that it's even there.
I'm hurting myself to win.
Somebody else that we
like how?
You're right.
How does that even make sense?
I think some women feel if they're quiet about it, they're accepting. They don't want to feel like they're accepting. They want to feel like he's gonna know that I don't like this, but they're actually accepting.
And then thank you for letting me know, but you're still gonna let me do it. Have a good day.
Nemia said, "Can you be romantically in love with two people at once?" I believe the answer is yes.
I believe that the answer is yes as well.
I'm going to go with a no.
In my much younger years, I was in love with two different women for very different reasons.
And I think that's because
you can be in lust with two people, but to be in love with.
Don't you love both your children? I mean, if you have children, you love them all.
I'm not talking about eros. We're talking about different type of love.
Your heart might not work the same as other people. I feel like an alien because my heart can be in love with two people at once, and some people claim that they can't. I just feel like we are really just different people. But
True.
People would rather say, no, you just really not in love with one of those people.
No, you can love.
No, it just means personally. I'm just saying. Yeah.
So can you be romantically in love with two people at once? Some people can and some people can't.
Well, I guess I should have said, no, I've never been romantically in love with two people.
I would.
That would have
like
been a better answer.
To say that you can, but because I know so many people who say they can't, it has to be that some can and some can't.
Yeah,
I think because it's not like I can love this person and genuinely love this person, like you said, for completely different
reasons.
Then I love this person, and whatever they're bringing to the table.
Now, am I showing them love properly? Maybe not, because that's more of, I think, more the issue that you can love them, but are you showing them the love that they want to receive equally? Maybe not.
No.
I think that's where it comes into play, but actually loving them, yes.
That's why I understand polyamorous relationships.
Yeah, I just see a difference between loving someone and being in love.
Well, I think
I
think polyamorous people assess their relationship with that person based on their interaction, and they don't assess it based on anything that happens outside of that. How you treat me, the time we spend together, what's going on then is what I'm concerned about. And the other stuff, I believe they're choosing not to be concerned about because they can't be. Why be concerned about what you can't track and can't know anyway? If I spend all my time worried about
definitely poly people.
Only reason I'm asking is like I want to know for a poly person, is it more about love or is it more about like rationality?
When you say a poly person, do you mean a person who's in a polyamorous relationship or a polyamorous person? Because a polyamorous person is
in a polyamorous relationship.
Love multiple people, but they might not be in a polyamorous relationship.
A person who's in a polyamorous relationship, when you're like assessing a relationship, is it more about the love that you have for these two people, or is it more about the rational part of it where you can make it work and both people are okay with it?
No, I don't think that's it.
Is it love more, or is it like the rational?
I like you, that person, for what they like you, love you for. I love you for what you bring to the table. I don't know if I won't say for
it is
them.
For me.
I just don't have the energy to love two people like that. I just. I love like that rage.
None extra for anybody else?
No, absolutely not.
That's what it should be.
That's absolutely. Really? I don't have anything for anybody else. Nothing.
God bless.
You can't get a macaroni, chicken, nothing.
Well, let me tell you the difference, maybe, is that some people are not loving the right people, because then maybe they would feel that way if they were with the person who makes them feel like that.
We're convinced we're a certain way based on the experience we've had, and the experience we've had is minute in comparison to all the experiences that are out there. And a lot of us attract the same thing over and over again, so we are really convinced that this is how the world is, when really you've been really dating the same John over and over again.
That's why all men are dogs is the thing. You've been dating 17 dogs. All men are dogs. And
that's your problem.
And that's why I hate when people. I actually have been the person who was like, all women are like this, women are like that, and there's no such thing as all women are anything.
Agreed. Or all men.
Anybody.
We
are all
zodiacs ain't the same.
That's why I don't like Steve Harvey.
Right,
Steve Harvey lives in a world where everybody can live by a certain set of rules. And that's what I don't like about him. But in the end, knowing your personnel is the best thing you can do, because every woman you meet is going to be different. Every man you meet is going to be different. But if you go into a thing like that, it's easier.
And bring something different out of you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Different women bring different things out of me. I don't know.
And that's who you know who speaks to your soul the best.
But Indot said, is it possible to be romantically fulfilled by one person only. I believe it is possible.
I believe.
I do.
Romantically,
I know
yes.
that for a fact.
Romantically fulfilled by
Yes.
one person.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
I don't, and honestly, I just don't think emotionally. Like, I don't think you can be emotionally fulfilled by one person.
I believe that you
Because
can.
you
I believe
need
you can.
family, you need kids. You like, I'm talking about just your whole.
Oh, I meant
emotional health.
love.
Feed. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, in your life as a person, like, you need.
Yes, you
Yeah,
need
I
love.
agree.
these
Different
Yes.
types of
inputs and
energies.
whatever,
Yeah.
Yes.
I
But
agree.
romantically.
I think what we kind of are saying here is it possible to be fulfilled by one person? Yes. Will there be temptations
Yes.
that challenge that? Yes. And how do you handle that challenge? Or do you decide you're gonna make a triangle and add somebody another
Trust me, don't
romantic
do the triangle.
fulfillment? Because sometimes
me, don't.
if you're not with the right person, there's going to be somebody who fulfills what you're missing, which creates the triangle thing. Because now you've met someone who's doing.
I mean,
don't
if
know.
somebody's like doing something to where they meet that emptiness, I'm out the deuces, out the door.
You're gonna go.
We do.
But what if they're still not meeting the other stuff
That's
the
that
other
80-20.
person was doing?
That's
I
that
mean,
80-20.
they like that this person is still something they're not getting from.
I mean,
they
to
still
me,
get things
is
from the other
who is
person.
who is more valuable to me.
But what if
who
your
can speak to me?
80-20? What if your 80-20 was
Comparison
50-50?
measurement get you in trouble.
Oh, I've never known a 50-50.
But and this is what I think he was saying. Like, everybody's not the same. Like,
Mhm.
if I'm a person and I so happen to meet these two people who so happen to be 50-50 and they're okay with this situation,
I mean,
I can
then
see
y'all
how
can do
somebody
you.
could
Y'all,
get
y'all
there.
straight then, y'all.
I'm not okay with it.
I'm just saying, if that's
I
what
can
works,
see how
If
I
that's
can
what
see how
works for
somebody
you,
could
hey.
get there, right?
That's cool.
So I just don't think that it's
I'm all
wrong.
about it.
I just feel like, hey, that's
Oh,
what
I'm
works
not
for
saying
you.
it's wrong in that case.
Live your
If
life.
y'all cool with it, that's great.
So when the two women now are fighting over, so we're saying there's rarely a love triangle with two men and a woman. Did that
think
come
it's
out
rare.
of our?
They exist, but I think it's rare.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I was renting my house out, and then my
Oh,
neighbors was
Lord
like,
Jesus.
some dudes in the house, and other dudes outside the house shooting in the air, talking about if you.
That's just hoe
But
behavior.
then you don't have like the commitment on both sides. Like, she would have had to been committed to both of those people at that point.
Yeah, I think she had 3 or 4 boyfriends at the time.
Yeah, that's something different.
Oh yeah,
And
Is that different?
That's
How's
put
that
them on the
different?
schedule,
She's just a
and
skank.
one of them stepped out.
something like a player.
I'm not
So
gonna call
if
any-
a woman's a
any
skank, if her
names.
triangle
I'm
has
not gonna
two
call any
guys,
names. She told the
Something
one
like a
guy
pimp.
he could only come over on Wednesdays. He came over on a Thursday, and he got the surprise he was looking for. No,
Which means she put it on the table, but he was never okay with it.
I'm just kidding. But all I'm saying
Wow.
is, I don't think nobody broke up with her.
Mm.
Unfortunately, and that happens
So,
all
I
the time.
guess.
That happens all the
I
time.
hope they were having protected sex.
Sometimes, sometimes
go.
me and my friends were talking about it last week. Sometimes
HIV.
people make decisions based on how great the sex is.
Sometimes.
Happens all the time.
A
All
lot of
nights,
times.
dude called home. He said, "Look, darling, I'm not coming home no more."
Oh, I remember that.
I
scene.
think
I'm saying
good
with
sex
sunshine.
allows you to deal with some
Sunshine.
stuff that bad sex wouldn't allow you
Yeah,
to deal
sex will
with.
definitely cloud your
Women
judgment.
probably
period.
are okay with some stuff they might not be okay with
Because
if
of
the
sex.
is bad.
I agree. Sex is definitely a clouder of judgment.
Hey, the right person will introduce you to yourself. You think you know yourself. You
There you
never
go.
even
And then-
met
And now you're in a
yourself.
triangle.
Then you find some more stuff about yourself.
And now you're in a triangle.
does then sometimes the sex create the triangle?
Absolutely.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think because the initial thing is the attraction. So yeah, I could see that.
See, it's easier for women to walk away from attraction, I think. Like to be like,
Physical
oh,
attraction,
even
yes.
though I'm physically attracted to him,
Yes.
I can go in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can
Yeah,
walk
I
away
agree.
I don't care if you looking like Denzel
But once
at 40. I
once
can
the
walk
emotional
away.
part kicks in, and I guess that's the
me,
difference.
it's more
Yeah, it's
emotional.
Once the emotional
You know
part
what?
kicks in, men it's easier for men to detach from that emotional part.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's mental though. I had a
Yeah.
woman inbox me a meme that said something about when you used to having deep, meaningful conversations, and then you try to have conversations with other people. It's like the face you make.
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. And so I was like, it's rough out there. Huh?
Sapiosexual.
It is.
She's
When people
like,
don't know the
yes.
difference between two and two and there. It is. It's hard out here.
Sapiosexual.
Hopefully it's even deeper than
No, I'm just giving an
proper
example,
grammar,
but
yeah, definitely.
Oh
An
no,
example.
I got an inbox. I got an inbox about the fact that I spell everything correctly on my Facebook. Like that was
I
a
get
real thing.
complimented
like,
on that all the
oh,
time.
that
I
is
mean-
so
That's real.
attractive.
That is real.
I
and
was like,
that's
oh,
the
oh,
world
wow.
we live in now, though.
It's attractive
You'd be
that I spell
surprised.
words right.
You'd be surprised.
I'm sorry, I spell words
Some
correctly.
people are just more. Some people, like I said, love differently. So somebody could love you, be down for you, be on your team, be ride or die, but not be as nurturing. And that doesn't make them a bad.
And when the
But you may
nurturing
not
person
need the
comes in,
nurturing thing.
some people don't. Again, some
Mhm.
people are nurturing.
but if a
person
nurturing
doesn't need
person
that.
comes in, then you're now in a triangle.
Exactly.
You did everything for me except this nurturing part that I really need.
There's a lot of guilt that comes along with not getting everything you need from a person that you care about. You don't want to tell them that. You don't want to, because it make them think that you don't love them as much, or they're not good enough.
I'm okay with your 80%.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't care about you think I'm not.
So why don't
getting the love
put
I
that
want
on the table? And that's like that 80-20 thing.
So
like,
you've
put
had
it on the table
relationships
in the
where
beginning.
you were getting everything that you needed.
I had one relationship like that. Yes.
I've never been in that.
A relationship where you're getting everything you needed.
100%.
You were getting 100. There was no 80-20. There was no 99-1. You was getting everything.
I don't go in any relationship expecting to get it all, though.
Okay.
I don't go into a relationship thinking someone can give me everything.
But then
that's impossible.
Is that person who's giving you as much as they can, should they feel any type of way about you getting the rest somewhere else?
I'm not trying to get to 100.
I don't think that's
even
like. Why would you risk that if you have some good?
I'm trying to get to 1,000.
I think you can get everything you want from one person, and you're not looking for it anywhere else. But the thing is to make sure you pick the person who gives you all of that, and so you don't look anywhere else. You know, I have no desire to see you, and you look like Denzel Washington, but I don't care because I'm getting everything I need. Thank you very much. I just think you can. That's possible.
Okay.
That is absolutely possible.
I'm not saying it's not possible.
For some. I it's not for others.
100%.
I'm saying,
but,
okay, so you don't like that I love basketball as much as I do.
And that's cool. So when the game is on, I'm out. I'm going shopping.
So when the game is on,
don't let it bother
me. When I'm going to the game, I don't invite you to the game.
Fine.
And I invite my
deal.
other friend who loves basketball.
That's fine with me.
So she can go with me to the game.
Yep. Have fun. I'll see you when you get
if
back.
I don't want to do it.
No way.
No, there are things that
have fun. I'll see you when you get back.
I could, if I know I don't want to do that, it depends on how major it is to you. If I know that that's a huge part of your life and that's something big for you, I'm going to try to fulfill that and be the person who goes to basketball. If that's not, what
if I don't invite you at all? What if I say I know she don't like basketball? I'm just going to invite my friend.
I don't subscribe.
Would you ever feel some type of way?
Trying to be what somebody needs. Either you are who you are is what they need,
that's it.
Or it isn't. All that trying and bending and stuff like that ends up.
Relationships take compromise.
I don't like musicals. I don't want to go to your musical.
So you're not going to be everybody's 100%. There's going to be things
like
you have to
Hamilton was
compromise.
Awesome.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to go.
Let's go.
Okay.
I don't think everyone can be 100% to someone. So there's something you're going to have to compromise for that person. It can't be huge. You got to know what I'm not compromising that.
So that's where you start off with your deal breakers.
Exactly. I don't like going to the movies, but I'll go to the movies with you. Just be prepared. I'm going to follow. But that's what I'm talking. There's compromise, small. But you can't compromise the things that make you have to change.
Like you would never,
you can't get with a chick with a dirty car, obviously, and you know that up front because you
change versus compromise.
All women's cars dirty.
Exactly.
Change versus compromise. You should not have to change to be in a relationship.
No, never do that.
I think we all agree with that.
I agree with that.
You can't change a person or change.
And you're going to have to compromise.
A lot of people think that's love. To find out what you like and be that.
No, that's not love. That's stupidity.
I did this.
That's ridiculous.
Your real you is always going to come out.
It will.
The real you is
so
always
there's no point in doing all. It's no point
all the time. Most people out in the world trying to fake.
I think after a certain age, you're not gonna fake because you're like, this is me. I'm not changing. It is what it is.
In your 20s, early 20s, there's some.
No, I'm talking about when you're 35 and up. I'm not doing all that. I'm good.
That gives you butterflies, and all of a sudden, all that stuff you're talking about right now just went out.
No, absolutely not.
I don't know if you get butterflies.
When I was 29, sure. Not at this point in my life.
I'm 40. I don't know if I get butterflies anymore.
You get butterflies.
I think you can get butterflies, right? Do butterflies stop with age? 80-year-olds not getting butterflies, they're getting moths.
People jaded.
I can't with you.
People jaded, or they aren't meeting people who give them butterflies.
There you go. Jaded.
You're jaded.
Jaded.
No.
Turns your butterfly button off.
You know what? You can be jaded till you meet the woman that turns the butterflies
and I think that's actually how it happens. Honest to God, I believe that is exactly how it happens. There is somebody who you're going to meet, or you already know, and it ain't never opened the door yet, that's going to be like, oh my God, where were you?
Oh my God, like, how did we not figure this out?
To be open to it.
Oh, yeah,
because if you stay jaded and you're not open to it, then you won't meet that person.
So then you can't be open to the love triangle.
I mean, do most people
No.
even
No.
want to?
You gotta you gotta get out. Okay, let me make sure you know this. You do have to get out. It's not going to change until you get yourself out. Don't worry about what. Leave them in their place. Don't worry about what the two of them do after you get out. You going about your business.
So
Get your happy place.
So the one guy who you did get the 100% from, in around him all the time, you never wanted a break?
Absolutely.
I think you can be with that person who fulfills
every
I
single
can
minute.
guarantee you.
I need a break,
no.
meaning I just need some me time to
Yeah,
go
that's
shopping.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's normal,
That's
right?
what I mean.
No. Not if they're giving 100%. You don't need no me time.
Gosh. Come on now.
They your me time.
But
Y'all
it
go
was
shopping
for,
together.
like you said earlier, it was for
Some
a
people
season.
think they should do
That's too
everything together.
Well, if they agree with that.
I don't think you should do everything. I think everyone has
If
to have
they
their
want
personal
to.
space.
Okay,
You
great.
you have to have that personal
Okay,
space. Yourself.
I get tired of everybody, even myself. I get tired of me.
I
You know
And
what?
then I
I don't
have-
think we can say anything for
Give me a
everybody.
pound on that.
You do
I
have
don't
to
like
make
nobody that much.
No, I don't think we can say anything for everybody. I do know couples who love they wake up, move. I couldn't do it, but they love
do
it.
that.
I
That's
do
scary.
too.
That's too much.
I
That's
do
scary.
too.
That's
That's
scary.
my
I need-
curiosity. I'm
I
not
need my
knocking
5
it, but I
minutes.
do know people who do
I
that.
do know people like that.
But it works for them. It works for them.
It works.
They be coming in on each other in the bathroom.
Hey,
Like,
we have a guy who comes in and he walks his girl to the bathroom every time she goes to the bathroom.
Walks it to
And
the
it is the
bathroom.
weirdest thing in the world.
Walks
Probably
to the
snaps in
bathroom.
He
bathroom.
walks her
oh, we can't say that.
from the bar
can't say
stool.
that.
They walk to the bathroom.
Is
He
it a
waits
dangerous
outside the
It's
bathroom.
like Turner and Tina. I don't let my woman go to the bathroom. She may meet
Ladies,
somebody
that's
on the
weird.
way there.
She seems pretty happy. I don't know.
She is.
She seemed happy.
Well, sometimes in that type of situation, if it's
How you know she wasn't the
domestic-
one that was like, "You're not gonna walk me to
I
the
know a
bathroom"?
couple
She
that
might have made
True.
they
that.
live,
That's
they
true.
engaged, they live together,
So
they
bizarre.
work together, they travel together. Only time they not together is when she gonna get her hair done and he gonna get a haircut.
And if that
that's
works
too
for
much.
them, that's fine, right?
See,
Yeah,
my thing is,
absolutely.
like,
I don't
distance
judge.
makes a heart grow fonder. If I'm away from you for a couple of hours, like, it's on and popping when I get home. But not if I'm
And
sitting
that's
up
what I'm
under you
saying.
all day.
See,
Ugh.
now if there's a triangle, like and this is what I keep saying, like it's never going to be even. Like I don't understand people who can do the triangle, like everybody's cool with it. Because it's never
they're
going
lying
to be.
if they
Why
say that
are
they're
you
cool. They're
tracking?
lying.
Why are you
It's
tracking?
never
Why
going
and
to be
how?
equal.
Why and how are you tracking what's going on with the other person? I don't even get that. How do you?
How do
know
women track
exactly how
everything
much
you doing?
time they spend?
Well,
They don't.
because
They do.
they say something. I did this.
If you're in
for
a
her.
relationship, your girl know
Trust
everything
me.
you're doing. You
She
can
got
act like
that
she don't know.
GPS.
See my
She
phone?
got
She knows.
GPS
Can
on
you see
that.
the screen on my phone right now?
She,
No, I got privacy glass. I got James
I'm
Bond
trying
type
to
of
tell
stuff.
you,
and that's why she
on my
using
phone.
your thumb
We
while you
are
sleep to open up your phone.
Individuals.
And you don't know it.
You know, when you felt a
She holding
real,
the phone up
look,
trying to see
you
the
felt real sleepy that
screen.
one night. Remember that one night you felt
No, I'm
real
just
sleepy?
kidding. All my
Mhm.
codes have been cracked. Everything has happened.
Oh, okay.
Trust
I was
and
gonna
believe.
say, like,
Women are the best.
we
at
know
that.
how to do it.
I'm not,
It's
and that's why
gadgets.
if there are two women and one man, these women are keeping track of what that other woman's doing.
Absolutely.
And the interaction between those two.
Yep.
Just hearing
That's
it.
crazy.
He may say, yeah, so and I went here, and you go, y'all did what?
You bought her some
went
shoes.
where? You bought her shoes.
My thing is,
never
like,
took
as a
me.
female, just take this, man. If we're asking you a question, we already know the answer. We just want to know
Wait.
if you're gonna tell us the right
Okay, so
answer.
I love this.
Women
I'm
think
just
they
saying.
know
even
all the
ask the
time
question?
when they don't.
Because I
They
want
be
to, I want to see if
wrong.
you're gonna tell the truth.
I've
we-
seen
I
women
write
be
all the
wrong a
time.
million
Thank you.
times.
I've
If a
never
woman-
been wrong when
if
I've
a
asked
woman-
someone.
Never.
I've seen
Oh
it a
my
million
God.
times. Like, you think I'm sleeping with her?
No. Yeah.
No.
I will never ever understand why a woman asks a question and they form their opinion about it already. Why even ask?
Not
when-
forming the
I'm
opinion,
not talking
but
about when you
knowing
don't
the
know.
answer.
I'm not talking about when you know. I'm talking when you don't know.
No.
Because
If
they
a woman
telling you
just
what
has
you
a
better
feeling.
say.
Oh, no, I ain't
You know
asking.
what? They're
But you're
usually
not going to
fishing.
believe me
I'm not
anyway.
asking then. I'm not asking. If I
If
don't know
you
the answer,
decided
I'm
I'm cheating, you don't know I'm cheating, but you think I'm cheating, and you decided, hey, are you cheating? No answer that I give outside of yes, I'm cheating is going to be acceptable. Then I'm just going to be a liar. You already decided what the answer is, even though you don't know, and you're waiting on me to confirm it or not. Well, if I don't confirm it, then I'm a liar. If I do confirm it, then I'm a cheater. I'm going to lose either way.
I don't
Because
know.
you're a liar and a cheater.
I'm a
We
liar
already
and a
know
cheater.
that, KB.
Women be like,
There you
what's
go.
going on in your phone? Flirting, talking-ish, naked
DMs.
pictures.
There it is.
I just tell the truth.
I don't have any DMs, man. My DM is dry. I feel like I should get more DMs. Is that a thing?
You all can send KP some DMs.
We're gonna send you a
Oh,
I feel like I
DM.
should get
He's
something.
here on Facebook. See our tag.
We can have a
His name
whole
is
show
tagged.
on DMs.
I
boy.
want
I'm
you to
trying
DM
to tell
him,
you, boy,
please.
that DM. I didn't know when the song came out it was going down like that. But it's going
It was
you know what
already
I
going
figured
down
out?
before the song.
Part of that,
I just got
women want
Instagram.
other women to know their status, so they don't DM them. They'll be like, "Hey, I'm gonna keep putting smiley faces under your picture, so everybody that like you know that I like you too."
Mhm.
That's why they don't go in my DMs, because they trying to prove something. And they ain't,
You got a boo they need to prove it to?
They're
that's
doing
not
it
the point.
out
I
on
know.
your page.
No.
No, I'm not going on.
No.
They just trying to take territory.
I have women who love the idea of me and have no idea what it is to actually be with me. That's what I believe. They think like, "Oh, you're such a great dad," because I put a picture on Facebook, or you don't know.
Public
You don't know what
them,
kind
a
of dad I
private
am.
them, and a secret them.
Ooh.
Y'all don't want to talk about the secret, y'all. Y'all don't even want to talk about the private, y'all, on the radio sometimes.
That's true.
No, I'm not.
Wanda, that's what I was about to say. Wanda a little secretive over there. Wanda be like, "Oh,
Here we go.
oh, great, that happened with you." My friend said that to me.
Imagine.
No personal
She's like,
stories.
Wanda be holding it close. You know, Wanda don't reveal nothing. You'll be like, "Yeah, that happened," and Wanda be like, "Oh,
That's nice.
that's nice." Wanda's like, "You ain't
Tell
gonna
us
know."
more.
Exactly. Too funny. I believe,
Worldwide Web.
it's not because I want to broadcast my business, but I believe that a lot of people don't feel normal out here in the world. They feel like they're alone in how they think and how they feel, and because so many people are saying certain things on social media and publicly, people are afraid to admit their truth. And so I try to be brave enough to share my truth, even though really I don't want to.
And let me put it out there. I'm not
That's
afraid to give my
It's
truth.
healing, though.
Like,
It's also
and that ain't
healing.
true.
To share your truth is healing.
And I'm not afraid to share it.
Look. She's like, I can share.
I'm not saying
I'm not afraid to share my
chooses not
truth.
to.
Only because
I think that's why I like the lives that we do
Why. It's
at the
okay.
lounge,
It's okay.
because
it's a little bit more intimate.
it's intimate, but people like share, and then other people there are like, "Oh my God, like there's
I'm not
somebody
the
else
only
like me."
one.
And it's not just
And that's
us
why you
four.
share.
It's like the group, and then
Yeah.
oh my God, people think like that.
I appreciate
And
it.
I think that's the point. And I do want people to share, because you do want to feel like other people go through these situations, they deal with these situations, and it probably
Don't let me discourage you, Wanda. I appreciate a woman who can keep a secret, sweehardt. Trust and believe.
I have no
me. I love that
Keep
about
your
you.
secrets.
I love that you are willing to keep your life private.
Secrets.
Oh my God.
There's certain things I probably don't share, but that's only because my little kitties make me hi. Look
There
at
it
mommy.
is. That too.
Aw.
And you don't want to see mommy like
Children.
My daughter's
my
not
kids,
on
my
Facebook.
family are watching. My brother.
But fortunately, everything I did wrong, I did a long time ago.
Right.
But that's
I'm
social
not
media.
the joy of life
10
experience.
years ago, I such and such and
The
such.
joy of life
Now,
experience.
I'm saying-
I can tell all the stories up until I had a baby. Like my daughter's 11, so like until I was 30 years old. Oh my God, I have so many stories.
Oh
Isn't
my
that great?
goodness.
My son, 14, he probably got stories that's more crucial than mine.
Yeah, well, in
He has
today's
stories.
in 2017, you never know.
All I'm saying is,
I went on a 5th grade bus and I was like, "Well, y'all are talking about
Yeah,
what?"
it's a whole
That
different
man-
world now. When I listen to my kids talk, it's a whole different
a
world.
whole different
Well,
world.
thank you so much, everybody who chimed in on Facebook. We appreciate you. Please share the broadcast. You always tune in. We love topics. Send me your topics. I'll work on sharing a little bit more. We'll see.
I'm gonna go. He said, she said, undercover. I'm gonna do a love triangle and do some research.
Like
Come back
cheaters.
to the table. Like
You gonna bring in a van with the video?
I was trying to think if my guys have been in love triangle. I was trying to think of some stories or some situations to bring.
I have one, but I don't even want to. I don't even want to say it.
You done
No,
said
I
it.
don't tell nobody. I'm
You don't
telling
get
names.
names.
You gotta
Yeah,
say
don't
it.
give me
No.
names.
No name.
How you gonna bring it up and then not share
Because
the
if I give
story?
any of the details,
They
a
gonna
whole
know
bunch
it's
of other
them.
people
They'll know.
gonna know who
Everybody
I'm
else will know
talking about.
exactly.
Right.
They did that.
Yeah.
It's like the best man in the book. You think
Yeah.
you think you have it, and everybody figures it out. And it's terrible.
Okay.
We'll have to do that. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you on Facebook who tune in. Appreciate you. Check out our sponsors, Made You Look Mobile Car Wash, 708-674-4609. I didn't mention Morte Cosmetics. I wear their lipstick, MorteCosmetics.com. They always have specials going. And, Fab Savage, we're going to have the Soul Smash Chicago, which he said, she said is a proud sponsor of Intellectual Radio. That's going to be August 19th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center. Tickets will be coming up. And Yatu, how can people reach you?
Well, first, I want to say R.I.P. Prodigy from Mobb Deep. I definitely want to get that respect soundtrack of my life. But you can find me on Instagram at Marvelous since 1974 and on Facebook in Yatu Marvel. That's NYATUMARBEL, the Marvel
Nikki.
Universe.
You can find me on Facebook, Nicole Nikki, but I'm sure there's a lot of those. On Instagram, Tootsie Roll 95.
Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie
Because I can do the
Right.
Tootsie Roll.
Oh
Don't
God.
make me go there with your KP.
Instagram at I am fly KP.
He's so fly.
He laughed at mine. And
Other than that,
He's marvelous.
Come out to my
fly.
lounge, room 183, 183rd and Pulaski. For a shot, I might give you one.
Oh, I'm coming for a shot. Come out July 19th too. Where we
July 19th, we're doing He Said, She Said live.
We do that. Please come out there and
It's awesome.
we have a good time. And you can reach me, Wanda B, on Facebook, please. And join our Facebook group. He Said, She Said. Look for the yellow and black. We talk about the same topics. We keep it going all week long, debating. And I mean, it gets intense, but we always love each other in the end. So join our Facebook group. And then I would love to see you here next week, same time, same place here at IntellectualRadio.com. He Said, She Said, 2 p.m. Okay? We'll see you next week. Oh, tune in too. Well, who's coming up next? We got LOL with Miss Nikki. Then we got the Boys of Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC. Then we got the Voices of Change in Side Streets and Intersections. So keep listening to IntellectualRadio.com.
Bye.
Bye.